Hey, this is Ralph, and in this video I want to start us off into our assignment for week 7 here, which is going to be a large-scale menu, large-scale navigation menu, particularly a multi-part or multi-sub-menu. So we are going to be reproducing the Columbia.com navigation menu. And I don't want you to inspect the code or anything like that. Let's just see what we can do without it. And I haven't made this menu myself, so I'll be doing that in just a moment in other parts of the video that you'll see. But I think we can reproduce the above the fold section of this website very well. So what we're going to be working on, in fact, by all means you should work ahead of me, even though this is kind of like a guided assignment. We can all follow along and work on it together, at least most of it, that is. But there's a lot of components here that I think are nice, pleasing looking, and quite manageable. We're going to do everything starting from the very top. So there's this white header section up here. There's a secondary navigation up in that top right corner. I'd like us to do that, including I'd also like those little screen tips to pop up. I don't know if that'll be an official part of the assignment or an extra credit portion of the assignment. I'll find out. Like I said, I haven't made this yet myself. I'll be doing that soon, and then I'll kind of evaluate if that's an extra credit thing to throw on that I won't talk about, or if we just want to do it as part of the assignment. Then we're going to obviously get into this main navigation bar. That's going to be our focus, really, of this series of videos of the assignment. Go ahead and throw down a large hero graphic. Doesn't have to be video. Large graphic doesn't have to be a slider. One large image that the whole thing is a hyperlink, and there is, I didn't realize this before, there's a little call to action, which is really a drop-down menu. Yeah, we're going to do that too. So starting off though, you can just create this big hero section with a graphic, put in a single call to action button or something, anchor that's styled like a button, just kind of ignore it, put it off to the side for a bit. And then we're going to focus our attention on this nav. I do want you to take a little, create a little input, form input over there. Yeah, I think we'll probably do that too. That's pretty good. We're going to do everything. So let's see, we'll check that out, but starting off, once again, you can just create the text box, not a big deal, input type text, and come back to this little drop down data set later. And then here's the main navigation menu. So I like this one a lot, and it's actually different. I've used this Columbia website several years in a row, and they always change it a little bit, but this year is a dramatic change from last winter. It's pretty clean though. I like it. Notice how each main category, it's the same size nav. For instance, when I'm on the women's section, it's using up the full height. But for instance, footwear is only using up maybe 2/3 of that height. So we have a nice even block. At a glance, it looks like it's pretty equally split. The left side is the main drop-down menu, and the right side is a big advertisement, promotion area. The whole thing is a hyperlink, even though it has what looks like a little text hyperlink on there. This whole thing is a hyperlink, so we want to do that. Notice I can hover over any part of these wide menu items. It's basically just a little text underline there. A nice little arrow over here off to the side, because when I click on these, we may do it on hover as opposed. No, we'll try to do it on click as well. When we click on these, a sub-menu opens up off to the side. So yeah, there's a lot of little details on this navigation menu that's really going to help us focus our attention and look at all those little details. And notice the sub-menu doesn't go all the way down there. So we're going to see how good we can take care of this. And it's going to take us a while. It's going to be a pretty involved assignment, I think. But it's going to be a good one when we're done. I think it's going to be a neat-looking web page. I clicked away for a moment, go back to the home page. So that's the plan of action there. This video is just kind of introducing the challenge and what we're going to be working on. It's Saturday when I'm recording this, so I'm going to go ahead and make this web page myself, and navigation menu and the components and things like that. And then I'll come back and make it again on video, just so I can talk about some of the parts that were tricky or easy and stuff like that. And by then I'll have a sense on which components can be part of the assignment and which components can be extra credit skills and things. So excellent. So if you are watching this video now, you'll probably notice that there's other videos related to this topic, but give yourself a little challenge and maybe start setting up the page without watching the demonstration videos in parts 2 through whatever. Yeah, could be quite a bit. Excellent. So have fun with this, get started with it. And yeah, first thing in order, of course, is setting up the HTML, getting the basic web page layout, these little header sections, nav sections, hero section. Doesn't really matter which images you use, big hero graphic. It's perfectly okay if you use the same background photo for each of the submenus. We'll get the idea. All right, so let's get to it. Thanks.